My form swap. There we go. That way all of that is in good order. I'm running like a second or two late here. Bear with me. I got a little distracted by other things, and I was sitting here fiddling with stuff. Bird. There is a bird. I think the mic might be slightly far back right now, but it's looking like it's okay, so I don't know. I'll fiddle with it just to be sure, though. That should be better. I'll let this cutscene play out, though, just so you guys get an idea of the intro for this. As the mechs fight a battle in the middle of a town with little to no explanation at the moment. Just things exploding, people shooting, everything. Stuff happening. It's a really well animated and cool scene, so I'm gonna let it play out regardless of whether it makes any sense. Well, hopefully nobody needs that building. Look at the arms still moving on the ground, too. Also, this is going to be a showcase of machines moving better than I'm going to be able to make them move. So enjoy it while it lasts. Because I am not going to be this good. And to get it out of the way right away, just like yesterday, this is not being played with the intent to finish it. This is more just me playing it because I want to play it and to show it off for people. It is somewhat important that that PC is moving without a head. Laser blades are going to factor pretty heavily in here, so keep your eyes open for that. So after all of that, we're now on the title screen. Armored Core 3. We are, I believe, up to 6 at this point, but, you know. He who has no money has no 6. And besides, it's important to show people where things come from. Let's get this ball rolling, shall we? Sound, difficulty, and controller settings can be adjusted here. Volume seemed okay in the cutscene and in testing. I'm gonna keep it on normal because I never got great at this. This game isn't exactly easy, per se. We can make further volume adjustments as we go. I'm gonna keep it simple rather than going full name in here. You can also throw a bunch of symbols and crap in there if you want to.
One entity ruled the world. It was simply called the Controller. The Controller handled the major decisions of everyone's life. People took it for granted that the Controller would handle every aspect of their lives for them. Under the rule of the Controller, people lived safe yet uninspired lives of a promised prosperity. As time went on, several powerful factors known as corporations came on the scene. In their separate struggles to gain absolute power, the corporations waged war upon each other. The Controller even manipulated the corporations' war. All was going according to the plans of the Controller, but somehow the forces of chaos began to rise.
As they do. There must always be chaos. It's just like there's no dark without light, there can be no order without some chaos to compare it to.
We're nearly there. I'll go over the mission one more time. Your objective is to eliminate all forces occupying the city. The targets are battle MTs. Complete the mission, and you'll be registered as a Raven.
So far the audio looks okay still.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Look at these stock ACs that were given.
Entering the area of operations. Move out.
So get used to seeing Stock Boy here, because we're gonna be stuck with him for a little bit. No, I don't want to abort mission, I just want to switch tabs right quick. It's having a little bit more of a time than it was in testing.
Radar indicates the operations.
Okay, it's cleaning up. It just got a little mad because I clicked away, I think. And yeah, the volume does need to come down a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower it as a whole for the moment, and I'll fix it once we get to the menus. I don't want anybody's ears getting hurt.
Cross it. Abandon the mission.
Overshot my mark. It's easy to forget that you have that little guaranteed dash forward on the laser blades. That one's wrecked. You can see them on my radar up there, where they all are. That's the little red triangles. Now, it's kind of helpful to avoid any damage where at all possible, because repairing your AC does cost you money. And money is going to be important. We can fly, using our boosters. That meter on the left, as you might have imagined, is exactly how much of that boost you can use.
Destroyed. Not bad for a newcomer. Both performed well. Welcome to the
He's
ranks
just
of
dancing around. He's having a great time. Yeah. That's all you have to do to become a Raven, apparently, is just bust up a handful of little mechs wandering around. Not exactly a hard task, all things considered. Global Cortex, the nest for ravens. We got mail. Now, I danced back and forth in my head about whether I was going to read all of the mail out loud, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open them so people can see them, and then people can actually read them or not as they see fit. Lowering that by that much and then putting it back to 15 should be a decent balance. It's fine if the sound effects are a little low, honestly, because they're going to get very repetitive. Because it's just going to be a lot of pow, 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 pow for a while. Take note of the fact that we have no money right now. We are just a poor boy because we've only started our journey. So I will say, we are going to stay a poor boy for a bit. Which is unfortunate. But we're in the first layer, District 2. We'll go quickly open the mail. Is you get mail from the controller and from many characters you encounter. So the mail is worth reading. I'm just not going to read it out loud, because there's going to be a lot of text. And it's going to slow things down immensely if I sit there and read it all out loud. This is the one we'll be working with. Yeah, we're basically on a they'll disavow any knowledge of us if things go wrong. Anything bad is on your own head. You chose to take the mission. Good luck. Got an unknown force here and 7 MTs here, so we'll go bust up the MTs right quick and get it over with. Basically, we'll be taking jobs for the various corporations and for the, I guess, more or less society as a whole.
A group of employees, unhappy about our decision to shut down the Zydan weapons factory, have taken over control. They've modified the factory's MTs for combat and are using them to keep the demolition team at bay. Remove them from the premises immediately. Closing the factory was a difficult decision, but had to be done in order to accommodate the need for more housing. Every day we are delayed is costing huge sums of money.
Oh no, not the company's money.
We're sending you in to end the standoff and get the project back on track. Eliminate all targets in the factory.
That said, you are sending some of those large sums of money to me, so I'm fine with this. We can call upon some assistance in the form of consorts. Our options right now are Dominus, Spartan, Coldheart, Huntress, and Scylla. I'm not going to be bothering, because especially in these early missions, you're just wasting your money. Because any money that should have been spent on consorts that isn't, is added to your total as a bonus. So, obviously we want all the money. And I will be going into customization and everything once we actually can buy some parts. Because customizing this basic machine really isn't going to be very inspiring. As you can see, these construction machines aren't exactly a threat. We will be taking damage just because I can't dodge everything they're going to be doing. Without a lock on, our accuracy is questionable. So I can't exactly outrange them. I could switch to my missile launchers, but the missile launcher we have is not exactly inspiring either. Yeah, oh no, you're blowing up. What a tragedy. Yeah, you could have helped yourself by not engaging in this situation.
Let's head out.
But as you can see, that wasn't a long mission. And that is the one downside I will point out for this, is the game is fairly simple. That's the one thing I'll say that might disappoint a couple people, is compared to future games, this one is fairly simplistic. Even I don't know that much about Armored Core 1 and 2, or any of the ones in between as well, because I know it branched off a few times in a few ways, but I have no experience with those. The only Armored Cores I have experience with is this one, and I believe I played just a tiny bit of Armored Core 4. Yeah, you know, the good old for the greater good. Yeah, and Layered is the area we're all living in. And this is why you'll notice there's questions being asked about how things are being run, because we're killing off civilians just because they're resisting their jobs being taken. So there's reason to doubt what we're being told to do. And here is the weapon shop. You can buy a weapon for each arm. We're not going to be able to afford jack all for a while. Well, not that long a while. It's probably going to be like 3 missions before I buy something. Because to buy anything worthwhile takes a few. You can put stuff on your back. You can add bits. Buy stuff for the inner bits. Radiators, generators. I think this is the combat system. Yeah, this is what adjusts your lock-ons and such. Booster, of course, is how you move around better. Got legs in the bipedal reverse joint, quadrupedal, tanks, hovers, all kinds of fun stuff. No wheels, though. Got a variety of arms. Those are mostly shapes and stats. There are arm built-in weapons. So if you want to just not have arms and just have guns, you can do that. And some of these are actually arguably stronger than the regular guns of their type. Handful of cores. We will be unlocking more parts as we go, from what I remember. I honestly don't know why they give you so many options that you have no hope of affording right out the gate like this. Optional parts are quite nice, because as you can see, they're a buff to something generally. And they can be incredibly beneficial as long as you use the one that suits what you're doing. If you just buy one for sake of buying one, you're probably not going to get much out of it. But as I said, we're not even going to paint it or anything yet. Oh, actually, worth noting, you can have 3 separate ACs at any time. You can't use them all at once. You can only use the one you have selected, to the best of my knowledge. But if you have 3 loadouts you like, you can cycle between them before going out on a mission. That said, maintaining 3 loadouts is going to get expensive. So, keep that in mind. Because, parts ain't cheap, yo. But now we've got a mission down over here in the 3rd layer, the Industrial Research Sector, to secure a mine for Mirage. Because bear in mind, we have no association with any company. We do what we wish to do, and everybody will make offers to us to get us to do stuff for them. The blessing and curse of being a mercenary. Because that is what, for all practical purpose, Ravens are in the scope of this game. Yeah, let's go defend the arena.
Information has come to light regarding a possible terrorist attack on Global Cortex interests. The instigators have yet to be revealed, but there is no mistaking their intentions. As far as we know, they plan to disable one of our arena facilities and force the cancellation of an upcoming match. Stand by on scene and make sure the attack does not succeed.
The arenas are a big thing in this world, so we kind of need those up and running. I'll show those off after this.
Force must be brought to bear so that our response isn't misinterpreted. Hostilities against Global Cortex are not tolerated and will be dealt with accordingly. Due to our stance on this matter, your reward will be determined by the number of enemy units destroyed.
And this is one of the factors you'll need to keep in mind. Some missions will offer you a bonus for destroying X amount of enemies. Some will completely pin your reward, as in this case, on how many you destroy. I believe there's also some where you get paid based on how much stuff you keep alive and things like that too. But I remember avoiding those missions like the plague, because defending things is never any fun, as we all know. Thankfully, there's nothing here that I know of that they can destroy. You literally only lose if you die. But we're just gonna be in the arena here, kicking ass. Oh no, there's more pleb mechs that are gonna come hurt me? Oh no. Now, we are gonna take a bunch of damage from these guys, though. I will say that, because we're kind of stuck in a box here. Hey there, Caffey, how you doing? Hope you're feeling better. I remember seeing something on Twitter before. I'm hanging in there. Still tired, but, there's a point where you're going to be perpetually tired until you actually stop long enough to fix that. I can still function just fine, so I'm not going to worry too much over it. Here, you little ankle biter. That didn't work as well as I remember it. That's fine. Everything is fine. Show off the missile launcher for a bit. As you can see, it needs at least a little bit of a lock for it to have any hope of hitting. Which, you know, not much better than our rifle. I appreciate that. I should be fine. Now we got a little bit of help. There's a blessing and a curse to this help arriving, though. He's gonna cut into our profits because we get paid for everything we destroy. So if he beats us to them, we lose money. Nobody wants that. As you can see, they've got much better weapons than we do. But they also replaced their arms to have those. We'll still make a tidy profit off of this mission, though the AC repairs are definitely gonna be pricey. The ammo is not gonna be much better. I just realized we're actually almost out of ammo. Because when I did this mission in testing, I was a lot more careful with my shots, and I also spent more missiles. As you can see, avoiding their attacks is not exactly an option with the machine we have right now. The starter model is a little bit of a sad machine. It gets the job done, but it's not great at it. Get back here. There we go.
Kill them all.
That's the plan. But as you can see, we would have gotten 17,000. But since our repairs cost us over 5,000 and our ammunition a bit over 4,000, we lost more than half of that payout. It's a little true to life in that way. Oh, we got more mail, specifically from the gentleman we were just fighting alongside. He wants to be able to work with us more, which I believe is what triggers people showing up as possible assistants for you when you go on missions. But let's go ahead and hop on into the arena for a little while now that we've protected it. He has little experience and is painfully evident in his every respect. His AC is poorly equipped and would stand almost no chance at the arena's higher levels. He's garnered a small fan base given his willingness to try, but harsh lessons await. You'll notice he basically has the same starting machine we do, except with, I think, a slightly different laser blade? So he doesn't stand much of a chance. Oh, wait, no, the difference is he doesn't have a missile launcher and we do. And he painted himself slightly blue. Clearly, the slight blue paint job is what's going to give him the edge in this fight. Yes. He'll fly up and I won't be able to see him in the sky. Oh wait, there's no sky in here. I think we found a flaw in his plan. Rust is real, though. I am moving clumsily still. got him with that one. I gotta be careful not to boost anymore, I'm gonna overheat it. Yeah, he needed a more gray color scheme like mine to fit in around here. And that's right, the laser blade takes boost as well. I mean, if you want to just sit here and trade blows, I'll do it. 'Cause at this point, I'll win. Is underneath my health bar up there, you can see his. He's already down to around 4,000. Just from being pelted with our rifle shots. That's also why he's trying to be a little cagier about his movements. He's not completely inept, just not smart. He's just not going to be a match for the big players. And right now, in our current condition, neither will we. But small fish like him, we can take. Especially if he stands there and lets me get free hits with the laser blade like that. I mean, if you're just gonna walk into the wall, I'm gonna stab you. This is fine by me. You lose. I think we're gonna lose a good chunk of the prize money to repairs again, but, you know, it is what it is. There we go. As you can see, beating a dude did not get us much money. 1 sec.
Flawless victory.
More or less. Let's see. Could go fight Wake Up. An arena pilot of great skill once, he's had nothing but losses ever since a certain traumatic event. He claims to have put it behind him, but there's no doubt that he still struggles with the after effects. Most wonder if he can bounce back. I mean, he's just got a... looks like a pistol and a laser blade and some manner of missile launcher. Wouldn't be too bad to deal with. I think I want to look into getting at least one upgraded part before I fight him, though, because he's actually got something going on. Some of these designs are incredible. Oh yeah, we also get a free part for going up in the arena ranks. That's the reason why I wanted to do that. That awarded us a new missile launcher. As soon as I cycle to the correct spot. There we go. Which also enables us to sell our old one and get us enough money to potentially buy something. Yeah, I've got 40,000 now, so I can actually buy something potentially meaningful. Machine gun wouldn't be bad. Yeah, there's the handgun he's got. Bazookas. What am I feeling today? I mean, the rocket launchers are fun, but the ammo on them is a problem. I can't afford a particularly high-end rifle or anything. Machine gun wouldn't be bad, though. The attack power's lower, but it shoots very fast. We'll give that a go.
Meep, meep.
That's the idea. Fast. And I could replace the laser blade arm with the other gun. Oh, we do lose a little bit of range, too, but our lock-on range isn't good enough for it to make use of that range anyway. And this has a lot more ammo. I think that'll be more useful to us on the whole. Okay, we've only got an industrial research mission now. We need to go secure that mine for Mirage. And it's just MTs, so it won't be bad. I could have...
I'd like you to execute an attack on the Grand Mining Facility. Kisaragi has played a leading role in the just recently uncovered a rich vein of rare metal ore.
I could have sold the rifle, but I'm hanging on to it in case this machine gun is a mistake.
Needless to say, the ore has considerable value, and we're unwilling to allow Kisaragi to corner the market.
And here's where we start getting hired for more or less industrial espionage almost.
After consultation with other corporations, it was decided that the mine's resources are to be equally distributed, and that we, Mirage, will take over its day-to-day operations.
Because all of the companies have agreed that Kisaragi's not allowed to have this mine, basically.
However, although Kisaragi agreed to this, they continue to mine the ore and are in clear violation of the arrangement that was settled upon.
Yeah.
We want to avoid damage to the mine and its assets, but all Kisaragi personnel are to be removed from the facility.
You know, removed by exploding them. Yeah. Indeed it is. Operation code, calm down. That's fair.
Raven, destroy all forces occupying the facility. Avoid damaging any of the mine equipment.
We will actually get a pay reduction if we destroy things that we don't need to destroy in here. So I'm gonna be taking it a little bit slow where I can. But as you can hear, the machine gun sound is completely different from the rifle sound, and it shoots a lot faster, as I was telling you all. Well, it would. And it's proving effective so far. That ammo usage is a little spooky. Because remember, our ammo is not restored in a mission. Well, we've got good scanners, so we know where they are. We just can't do anything with them until we can actually see them. We also already know where they are thanks to the radar anyway. Because we've thankfully been well informed about what we're getting into in here as part of the contract. One of the perks of working for large corporations is they are well informed. Well, there goes one piece of mining equipment. That's gonna come out of my paycheck. Alongside buffing out all these scratches from their bullets. Of course, you know, God forbid these large corporations be forgiving of me blowing up one or two pieces of their equipment.
Destruction of all enemy targets confirmed. Great work, Raven.
Objective achieved.
Let's see how expensive that ammo ends up being. Ooh! And yeah, see, there's the special deduction of 1,000. So we basically spent the entire reward we would have gotten for not bringing a consort with us on ammo, and then lost 3,000 besides. Oof. Not ideal. Yeah, this is what makes this one kind of difficult, especially early on. And here's our warning that, hey, people don't like each other, so depending on who you choose to take missions from, you may actually lose access to some missions, if I remember right. Depending on who you start siding with by doing more of their missions. Unknown quantity of MTs, or unknown quantity of MTs, but just destroy all enemies. I remember this one being problematic, because I think if this is the bridge I'm thinking of, it's possible to fall off here, and it's a problem. But I'd still rather risk this one than go defend a transport mission right now.
Nair Bridge, a work in progress, has been seized by forces threatening to destroy it unless construction ceases immediately. The project is one of great importance, literally bridging the gap that has impeded trade between the two neighboring districts.
I mean, this seems like nothing but a positive, allowing trade between two districts.
Those holding the bridge are thought to be part of a smuggling ring that has benefited from the situation.
That would make sense.
The smugglers disguised themselves as bridge workers and commandeered their MTs. The bridge's construction must not be delayed. Eliminate those holding it.
Now, there's always a reality in which we're being fed alive for us to go wipe these people out. But I'm getting paid, so Operation Code Zip Up Lips also doesn't make me believe them.
Decided to ignore our warning.
What are you gonna do, blow up the bridge?
Squad, I want this AC turned into scrap.
You're wandering around in construction bots and you think you can stop a combat machine.
There isn't much room to
Who needs to maneuver when I've got superior firepower? There's also nothing I need to worry about damaging here. They didn't tell me I would lose money for breaking things here. I gotta be real careful with this. The other option is I could have boosted across this gap, but I prefer personally to walk across this beam here, because there's no risk of my booster giving out on me partway across the gap if I'm standing on solid ground. There we go, he's gone. For those wondering, I'm looking up and down with the shoulder buttons, not with the stick. The right stick does nothing. Because this was from the era before that really was being heavily used for camera work. There we go. The only threat on this map is falling in that gap before you get to the second half of the bridge here. Yeah, this machine gun is gonna cut our own throat a little bit with money because of the ammunition usage. That's what I was afraid of. It's doing a very good job, though. I think we have enough to buy something again, though. Yeah, we got 26. Let's get us some new legs, because these legs are a little sad. These should do the job, because these will be nice and quick. And I like the reverse jointed legs, honestly. They're kind of fun. There we go. Meep meep. Embrace Ardent Roadrunner. Now I think we can go ahead and give Wake Up a try. Even if we lose this, nothing particularly bad will happen, we just won't make progress. Exactly. Let's go to the arena itself for this fight. Because I'm pretty sure he's going to be faster than me, so we're going to want to have him have minimal room to move, if at all possible. Since we get to choose the terrain, we may as well use the terrain to our advantage. But you can already see that we're a bit quicker. Or without our boost. Oh yeah, we are chewing through him when we can hit him. Of course, you know, that's exactly what you'd expect of a machine gun. Just to rip through your target. He's smaller than I would have expected him to be, though. And he's dead. Not actually dead. His machine's just a wreck, but he'll be fine. You can also watch replays of your fights, but I would say save those for when you have a fight that's actually a fight. That was just kind of brutal. We got 2,000 for that. Let's see if we can beat Strasbourg then, since that one wasn't that bad. And it's going to be our first encounter with the hover model. A true hothead, all he can think about once an opponent is in his sights is to engage. He sometimes gets so caught up in the action he will actually stop in place and fire blind. He has no respect for those afraid to take a little beating. Well, good news for you. You're certainly going to take a beating here. Same deal as before. Let's take him to the arena, because a hover unit is going to be a nuisance with any kind of cover. We could use the cover too, but I'm not so nimble as to make use of that. Now, it may seem like the lock-on's doing all of the work, but I do actually have to rotate at the right pace to keep it lined up reasonably, or I waste a lot of ammo, as you've been seeing occasionally. Thankfully, being a hover, he's relatively fragile, so he doesn't exactly stand up long. The early ranks of the arena, now that we have a decent weapon, are going to be a cakewalk. I'm doing these now to get them out of the way and to get some early easy money. We apparently did not get a reward for advancing those ranks, though. Because I think we didn't actually advance sufficiently. Yeah, because we only went into E rank with that other fight. We would have to get out of E rank into D to get our next reward. We might be able to. Twinhead W's older sister, she usually fights alongside her brother in the role of main attack element, and in doing so, diverts attention away from his presence. Their difference in rank has ruffled her feathers a bit. Yeah, because if we look, Twinhead W is top of E rank. I guess her role as the target has kind of left her not in an ideal position. Because I have to imagine that means she has to pay more in repairs than he does. Which means she probably is getting stuck as far as upgrades go. Now she's got an energy weapon, though, so that's different. Energy weapons pull directly from your booster, from what I remember, rather than an ammo supply, necessarily. She also has the laser blade that throws a disc out, which I personally like that laser blade, but it's a little slow. Another one down. And the best part is, arena fights don't charge you for repairs. The arena covers it. So, these are just pure profit. And the higher the rank we go, the more money we make. Snakewood. He avoids being pulled into more risky close-range battles, and for the most part only engages when a comfortable buffer exists between him and his opponent. Since his AC lacks in offensive strength, his fights can be long, drawn-out affairs. Yeah, he's gonna try to run away and fight at long range, which is fine by me with what I've got. As long as he's not fighting at extreme range. He's a bulky-looking boy, though. Now, the downside is, despite these being pure profit, they're not high profit. As you saw, I was only getting like 3K and things like that. But it adds up. And the idea is we'll build up enough money to really start actually making our own AC here soon. He is well enough upgraded, though, that he has more health than we do, despite being listed as not having much offensive power. Looks like his idea is to keep circling us, which is not going to work out for him, because we have enough rotation speed to kind of stay on him. It's also worth noting that the AI in this game is not exactly a genius. Like, your biggest threat in a lot of engagements, aside from being fragile from the word go being a problem, is you're more than likely going to run out of ammo. Thankfully, in the arena, it's just a one-on-one fight, so you tend not to need to worry about ammo limitations that much, which gives machine guns yet another hefty advantage early on. Fighting him would have taken a while if I had fought him before getting a new weapon. Let's see how much money we have now. Because we might be able to buy something again. No, not yet. We're only up to 16,000. And you'll notice a new core is quite expensive. The cheapest one is the one over here for 72,000. But that's kind of what I would want, is a new core. Ideally one of these two lighter ones. You can also name each of your ACs, should you desire to do so. What are the missions right now? End a rebellion for 15,000, or we still have the escort mission. Oh yeah, the nerve gas generator mission. That one's not that bad. But it involves that weapons factory again, because there's still going to be contention over that. But let's see if we can finish E-Rank off before I go anywhere else. Former street racer, he savors the rush experienced when he turns on his AC's overboost function. Rarely stationary at any point during combat, he constantly jets to and fro around the arena. He is quick to abandon battles where he feels overmatched. So he's gonna be scampering all over the arena trying to live, while I try to pump him full of bullets. No, he's got 9,000 health. That's upsetting. There we go, that levels the playing field nicely already. I'm gonna guess that he's got a lot of health, but not a lot of defensive strength. So he just compensates for by being fast. Hey Flora, how you doing? Hopefully the machine gun noise isn't too loud. Come on. There he goes. Another one down. He was really chewing through us though, so we needed him gone quick. That's fair, Caffey. And I have not yet. I debated doing it today, but then I heard about Armored Core, and I decided I wanted to do that today. I'm glad that they've made significant changes. It looked like they did quite a bit, but I hadn't sat down with it yet, because I've been very, very busy. Got another 4,000. I don't think that's enough for anything meaningful. Yeah, we got 20,000. New generator also wouldn't be a bad thing, but it's fine. Okay. Yeah, that will help a lot. Now, this guy's gonna be familiar, because this is the one who came to our aid during the attack on the arena. This is gonna be the most dangerous one we're gonna have so far. He relies heavily on his AC's weapon arms to carry him to victory. A bit over the top, he's flashy and popular. Many feel that his limited repertoire is best suited for combat with members of the arena's lower echelon and couldn't cut it higher up. Having a one-trick pony would be kind of a problem. Yeah, I could see how that would be a pretty hefty change. Because I assume that means during any attack they're doing, so their animations can't be stopped. Which means if you just don't let them start in the first place, it's fine. All good, Cappy. You have a good one. I appreciate you watching. Yeah, he's doing some hefty damage with those missiles, but thankfully he didn't get in range to use his lasers for some reason. So, that worked out. Yeah, exactly. So as long as you get first strike on them, they're basically the same as any enemy. Normally. I worry that that is... I worry that that is too much of a downgrade for them, but I'm still happy that they're not ridiculous anymore. So I could easily see that making those kind of irrelevant, which is a problem. While he has no defining traits in either his AC setup or combat style, he pilots a well-rounded unit that adapts easily to various battlefield conditions. His fights are usually uneventful, but every once in a while he puts on a good show. It's kind of funny how we're taking the arena by storm with what is more or less a stock machine. We've changed one weapon and changed the legs. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that they're probably not designing that with playing with all of them on in mind, necessarily. What's up, Zeke? Yeah, I'm just rocking through the arena right quick, since we have a good enough setup to crush at least the E ranks. Damn, are you? This was on the PS2. This, Ninebreaker and one other one were on the PS2, and then after that, it ended up on the PS3 with Armored Core 4 and 5, I think, was also on there? Yeah, it holds up well, honestly. I can't say that about every PS2 game, but this game holds up well visually. Yeah. 1 and 2, I think, were... Actually, no, was 2? No, 2 I think was on the PS2. I think only Armored Core 1 was PS1, and maybe one of the... All the subtitled ones, I can never remember clearly where they are. They're just kind of everywhere. We got mail. Okay. People are gonna try to leverage us. I forgot about that whole thing. There's Fixer up there. And we're about to be in his rank, so... Let's see if we can beat Twinhead without much change. Younger brother of Twinhead B, he's most often accompanied by his sister when participating in missions. His role in this deadly duo is a closer, stepping in at the last possible moment to finish the job. He enjoys combat and shows a lot of potential. So what you're saying, he's a vulture. So he's not going to be that big a threat, though he's got some fancy gear, so that's concerning. Alrighty. Come here, you. That's definitely a needed change. Oh, this is actually going to be a close one. I need to keep on him or we're going to lose this. 'Cause he does a lot of damage. And he's done. Okay. I don't know what he hit me with at the start of that, but it really damn hurt. I'm glad he didn't think to use it more than once. Just rolling right on through these guys. And that puts us up into the next rank. Go away, YouTube. Now is not the time. Actually, no, we're E rank 1. We need to beat the first D rank to get up there, right? A rather unusual character, this Raven is afraid of heights, and it is only when he is piloting an AC that fear is suppressed. Once strapped in, he takes to the skies and is a skilled aerial combatant. Piloting technique makes up for his AC's shortcomings. Yeah. Windows loves to chime in at the worst times, we all know this. Well, that means it's a good change if it actually made you change how you're playing. And if all this guy's gonna do is keep jumping up and down and getting shot, I'm kind of fine with this. Get off my head. Well, that's what it needed then, yeah. Though, I will say, outside of when it was max upgraded, it wasn't really carrying runs anyway, but yeah, max upgraded it would, so it makes sense for it to be fixed. There we go. Now we're up into the next rank, so now we get our free part. We get... Ooh, a new generator. That's gonna save me a lot of money, actually. Fantastic. Okay, Fixer is just gloating and pretending he's gonna win. Which, we won't be fighting him quite yet. So I just wanted to get the rank up reward to help us get through missions a little cleaner. Worse red zone. It's a bit heavier, but that energy output and max charge are too good to argue with. We'll go ahead and sell the old one. And now we should be able to start outfitting this thing a little more properly. Now that we have 60,000. Let's see, what looks good to me today? I usually rock these. I don't know if I entirely like that, but I acknowledge that it was necessary. Yeah, I think I like the look of the Marta today. Because that is going to be all of our money. It's fine. Yeah, I think it's one of those I'd have to actually go look at it to really process that. Yeah, we do lose a little bit of armor, a little bit of defense, but we gain in terms of energy, and it's lighter and better recoil control, which is exactly what I would want. Okay, now we'll see about starting to paint it and things, now that it's coming together a little more. And you can just be simple and do sample colors. Like, it's got a preset color schemes and things. That's honestly probably a good thing, because outside of that one time I got very lucky with Duplicator, I would never see results from it. Which was always so sad. There we go. Let's see. That's the thing, is I would always go back and forth on that. Whenever I needed it to do something, it wouldn't. And that's where the willingness to see it be upgraded comes from. Because it should make it a little bit more consistent, which will help immensely in making it a valid choice. What spot was this again? Nah, that's not where I wanted that. This is going to take me a second because I have to figure out where these actually affect things. I think I actually want this one. Yeah, there we go. Make the parts like that. Show as red. There we go. That's a little bit more like what I'm looking for. That's probably a necessary benefit as well, just to further incentivize people to play it smart instead of just bullying their way through. This isn't quite looking how I want it, but it'll do for now. It's at least got the channel colors properly. I might flip the silver and the black as we go. But for right now, that at least stands out on its own. Now that we have a bit more of an identity, let's go do some more missions.
The factory we had you clear out the other day has been reoccupied. Apparently, the rebellion spread further than we thought. Those holding it are threatening to release a deadly nerve toxin if the factory's closure isn't halted. The deadline to meet their demands is soon approaching.
Now, here's the thing, though. If they release that nerve toxin, won't it just close the factory anyway, because nobody's gonna be able to go in there without dying? Yeah, I did see that. That was, like, the main focus of that update, the Herbalist. And I saw that you could risk getting negatives.
Other corporations is manipulating the situation. A peaceful resolution is probably out of the question. Your objective is twofold. Disable the nerve gas generators and eliminate all forces occupying the factory.
Okay. Blow up everything. Got it. I can do that. I'm good at that. Operation Stinkbug.
System engaged.
one generator down. I do have to be a little bit more careful with my ammo or we will run out. So let's switch to our recently added missile launcher. You'll notice it's not that much better than the one we had before, but it shoots quicker. Yeah. How has the jewelry making been going, anyway?
Target disabled. 2 more to go.
It's entirely possible that we will actually not find everything in time in this mission. This mission's timer can be kind of brutal. That's good productivity. I seem to recall that those turrets count toward the target count in here as well, so it's important that I made sure to get rid of those guys. That's fantastic. It's always good to see improvement.
Target disabled.
Oh, one slash without anything else breaks those, huh? Well, I definitely wasted a lot of machine gun rounds on those then. Oh well. Yeah, there we go. If I wait for the full lock, it fires 2 missiles. Or I can fire them at separate targets. Well, of course. That's always another step in that kind of business.
Objective achieved. Good work.
There we go. Mission cleared out.
Objective achieved.
Most of these are very straightforward till the really later ones. When I went crazy with rocket launchers and things, I ran into a lot more ammo issues. And that's going to be our issue here, though, is the fact that I basically spend all my money on ammo. Okay. So you need something a little more precise. But yeah, 15,000 reward downgraded to 3,000. And the monorail. Right. Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that before. Destroy the bomber. I remember this mission for some reason, and I think it's a problem because of the fact that you have to have decent range to destroy the bomber without it being a problem. Something like that. So, we might not do that yet. Well, of course, the money is always going to be the problem. I know exactly what you mean with that. Yeah, that would also definitely hamper things immediately. I hadn't even thought about that. I was just taking into account the usual situation of everything is just so fucking expensive. Yeah, medicine getting more expensive in particular is going to definitely throw everything out of whack. I guess let's go ahead and defend the monorail first.
An attack has been launched on our research lab. Thankfully, security forces detected the breach early and were able to get all key employees aboard the monorail and out of harm's way.
God damn. I've been hearing that kind of thing all over the place this year. Specifically as far as people's meds go. Which is unfortunate.
But for some reason,
Considering, you know,
the monorail
people need those.
is just sitting on the tracks. The employees on board are integral to our research efforts and must be protected.
So you're trying to tell me you put all your most important personnel in this little tin can and sent it down a single line that people can easily tell where it's going, and its power is easy to disconnect. This is definitely corporate level thinking. Also, that is insanity, the price you are quoting there, Flora. I know that it's reality, but it remains insanity.
The security team is focused on restoring power and safeguarding the lab. Protect the monorail until the power is brought back online.
I almost feel like I should let this go wrong just so they learn something from this. Fingers crossed nothing else happens, then. Life's complicated enough already.
System engaged.
Raven.
Oh,
security
see.
says there are MTs heading this way. We still don't have power.
Radar active. Targets closing.
There they are. Now they've got some actual combat MTs. They're basically just mini ACs. I'm gonna run out of ammo on this mission, aren't I? Oh, I'm out of the area. I'm too fast for my own good now. Yep. Did a great job hitting the infrastructure there, mate. Good job. It's gonna increase my cost in repairs, but I'm hoping that this will reduce my ammo costs enough to make up for it. Get back here, you. Because they're thankfully focused on me, because I'm the threat.
Second wave approaching.
Wouldn't this be the third wave? Destroy you before you even enter the area. I feel like my repair costs are going to offset my savings in ammo at this rate. Especially if there's that many more waves.
Do something.
I am doing something. How about you do something? Other than complaining.
Approaching.
Power has been restored.
That's right, get out of here. Okay. So that probably isn't going to make me any money.
Area secure. Good work.
We did it.
Objective achieved.
Yep, that was expensive. I made my ammo cheaper, but it made me spend 9,000 on repairs instead. I think I might need to get rid of that machine gun. It is eating me out of house and home. of course it was sabotage. We know this. Though if the controller behind everything is acting against Mirage, that might be significant, and we might need to think about that. Both in terms of wondering whether we really should be working for Mirage at all, and is the controller the problem? Yeah, I mean, that's true. Machine guns are meant to eat ammunition, but they also eat enemies for breakfast. So trade-offs. There's not much of an attack power difference between it and the rifle. The rifle just has a lot less ammunition to burn. Let's see. If I sell the rifle, that'll put me up to 27. I passed the weapons. With 27, I could almost afford the upgraded rifle. There's also an argument to be made for the handguns, because those would probably be very cheap on ammunition, and they still do decent damage. Shotguns I don't really care for, which is why they're not an option. The rockets and such end up being a problem because they have so little ammunition that you basically run out before you even know what happened. I could be silly and go for a blade on each arm and just go crazy. I don't think I ever tried going all in on the blades, though my AC costs are gonna hit the ceiling if I do that. There is no doubt in my mind that we will get chewed up if I just go crazy with running in and stabbing. I could try replacing the missile launcher with, like, rockets or something, because those are high damage rockets. But I would need to take a look at how much damage the missiles are doing. There's also shoulder-mounted chain guns and things. But, I think we would only start thinking about the chain gun if we had a blank check as far as money goes at that point. Because, let me tell you, if you thought I was running out of ammo fast with the machine gun, we would be setting our money on fire. I want to say when I was playing with mostly rockets, I stacked on these ammo storage things instead of worrying about anything else. We do want to keep the shoulder-mounted radar, because without that, we don't actually get the radar to tell where the enemies are. What did they add to Downfall? Because I have looked at it, but I haven't, like, dug in deep. So I didn't even hear that they had added anything to it. But it is good stuff. I just haven't been that into Slay the Spire or in a bit. I really should get some more of these missile interrupts as well, considering we've been having a lot of problems with getting pummeled with missiles. You can also get an interior weapon, which we don't have an inside piece at all, I don't think, right now. So ask me if I remember how to use those. The answer would be, I don't remember. And contact bomblets do sound fun, and I can afford those. But I have no idea what the range... Well, it says right there that the range is 750. Which seems ridiculous. But it does only have 20 ammo. That does sound like my kind of character. I tend to like the energy management ones more. So I can fiddle that kind of thing around just fine. Better radiator wouldn't be a bad idea either. I need everything. That's the problem. I need everything. I also forgot to go in here and do what I usually do, which is change this to green. The green is just nicer for me to look at, personally. You can also turn on all kinds of crazy information if you want your screen to just be bombarded with information. If you want to know everything forever, there you go. Good luck seeing what you're doing. But you can have all of the information of the universe at your command. I do actually want the remaining targets option. I don't need to know their ammunition status. Weapons I don't need. Their heat and energy aren't a bad thing to have on screen, so I'll put those there. Now, would you say that that's because you understand how characters like that work, or would you say that that's just a very clear and easy to understand character? That's fair. I was just curious because we've had that kind of discussion before. And it's always a little hard to tell with any guarantee. Let's see if we can take on some of the D-rank guys to get that last little bit of money we need. A prudent pilot, his goal in each battle is to get behind his foe, thereby gaining the upper hand. Unfortunately, this tactic requires mobility and conflicts with his preference for tread-based leg parts. Unwilling to change, he struggles to advance. So what you're saying is he doesn't really know what he wants, and he's going to lose because of that. Okay. We still need to name this thing, theoretically, at some point, too. It's also hard to believe that it's only been an hour and a half. I feel like it was longer. He hits really hard. He's just not doing a very good job of attacking me. There we go. Okay. See, that's already a good selling point toward it for me, is that there are not the same mechanics just at play, just arranged differently. His innate understanding of AC warfare tactics and strategy surpasses that of any other pilot, but his own record is surprisingly inconsistent. Were he to apply himself, most believe he would rank among the arena's best. And here's Fixer himself with the Einhander. Yeah, his setup doesn't look that impressive. I think I'm downplaying it partially because I just see a pistol and those do decent damage, but he's not going to be able to really hammer it home well. Well, I like the Packmaster as well, so that kind of works for me anyway. Ooh, he is actually managing to do some good work with the weapons he's got here. He might actually win this because he's a hard target to keep hold of. Which they did say he's really capable, so that's not a surprise that I'm having trouble keeping a grip on him. Those missile launchers are also kind of spooky. I'm gonna run out of machine gun rounds at this rate if I'm not careful. Yep, stop. I think we're losing this match, though. Yep. I'm out of machine gun and this missile launcher just ain't it. Not compared to what he's doing. And unfortunately, I don't think they can run out of ammo. This is gonna be close. You know, I've run out of fuel. Yep, that's the end of it. The thing he's doing is he's overheating me constantly. And that's what I was afraid of with the fact that I still never upgraded the radiator. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna retry that right now. We probably should wait till we have a better radiator before we fight him. Overheating constantly was just shutting me down. So, man, do I want to just knock that smug look off his face. Yeah. It's a familiar feeling. I don't have especially strong feelings about it, because I haven't played with it that much. It's an interesting idea, but I never really had a problem with it. I need to see what our current radiator's at. Okay, that would be a better radiator. Which, you know, that's fairly obvious considering we had the starting radiator, but I needed to see by how much. So it's over 1,000 better. Well, I think we can agree that oftentimes people don't like the strange characters that much. Personally, I usually gravitate toward them, but like I said, I just haven't spent the time with it to have strong feelings one way or the other there. Ooh, that weight increase, though. And more energy drain, but it's only one more energy drain, so that's fine. We did get our money back by selling that, though. So there's that advantage, at least. We can't get a new head, but a new head would be great. And I speak both in-game and out. Could certainly do with a new head. We already have new arms and new legs. A new booster could be useful as well. The only thing we could get is the basic one. See, and that I think is what makes other people not like it, but you enjoy that level of thinking, and I know I do sometimes. So I can see the positive to it. But I also acknowledge that that's probably one of the big deal-breaking parts for people, is that's a bit too much for a lot of people. Other option is I work towards getting either the next level up machine gun, or... Yeah. That's to be expected, because it's complicated. So I think we actually lose attack power on that machine gun. Yeah, this is the pistol he was using. Oh, it has high heat rounds. That's why we were okay, that's why he has it. Probably. Okay. Because it's an easy-to-use weapon that'll screw his opponent up. Okay. The other option is I could angle into the mounted weapons on the arms. Get, like, just machine gun arm going. Because that would allow me to have a weapon on my other arm for me to use. Because right now we're kind of limited to the laser blade. Which I do like the laser blade, but it does have problems at times. Specifically when we have no energy. We're kind of still stuck with what I've got right now, aside from grabbing what I was talking about. So, actually, there is extension parts, too. Quick turn extension might not be the worst idea, but there's something else I was thinking about in here. I know I'm staring a lot out at shops. That's because these are kind of important. Building a good AC is the entire purpose, to a degree. I could get the quick turn. But I don't remember if there's a special button that's required to use those, so let's not worry about that right now. The other thing I was thinking about, right, was the replacement booster. So we'll just quickly grab that. Yeah, that is a worthy upgrade. It's got more charge drain, but it's a lot stronger. It is a little lighter. Okay. I don't think we're up to snuff for beating Fixer still, considering we were also running out of ammo before we even really made a significant dent into him. So we'll come back to that once I'm able to replace my weapon, I think. Escort transport. Oh, we lost the opportunity to stop the bomber, but that's fine. Yeah, sure. I don't like either of these mission options, but we don't have a choice. We have to do one of them to change what our list is.
The survey team we infiltrated into Mirage's research facility was discovered and is currently trapped.
Well, why are you... You really shouldn't be telling me that you sent them in to spy on somebody else and then ask me to go get them.
They're doing what they can to hold out, but the odds aren't in their favor. Enter the facility and help them escape. Mirage's forces will do their best to destroy the survey team. Make sure they fail.
Yeah, may as well.
System engaged.
That is definitely a more significant boost. Well, maybe if you did a better job of not getting caught when you infiltrate somewhere, you wouldn't be in danger right now. You'll just have to hold tight as long as you can. Stop wasting machine gun on those things. Why is this door not opening? Is there a way around it? Maybe I meant to destroy the door. Is there another path? So I can't fit in here. Or is the door bugged out and I'm now having a bad time? Something right here. I am not sure what that design entails, so I don't know what to say to that. Like, I can get the implication based on you saying a less masculine version of it, but that's about all I can get out of that. Oh, okay. I think you have shown me one of those, then. Ah, I had to damage just the right part there. Okay.
Survey team identified. Make sure they get to the escape point.
Ah, right. Okay. I do remember seeing that. Sometimes can be hard to connect the dots a little bit. I can't help but notice that the remnants of enemies have gone up. Means they probably have gone and run off into new enemies. There we go. Mission complete. One sec. We didn't spend as much on that mission. It wasn't great, but... Let's see. We still made a bit of money, but... I forget if there's an easy way to look at how much we have without actually going into the shop. Ah, there we go. We have 23,000. That's not going to be enough. Eliminated infiltrators for Kisaragi. 3 MTs and question mark, huh? Let's see, one specific MT and an unknown amount of MTs. And this doesn't involve working for Kisaragi, who I have some questions about working with as well. So, we'll go help Crest.
That someone infiltrated a mole into one of our research labs. We allowed him to move about freely, hoping that he might reveal his true purpose, but he picked up the tail and made off in one of our MTs. Our security force was sent out after him, but the MT's mobility, in addition to outside interference, have frustrated their efforts.
Yeah, judging from the big booster pack on that thing's back, you weren't gonna catch it anytime
If
quick.
he makes it to the neighboring sector, pursuit will be all but impossible. Stop him before he escapes.
That shouldn't be too bad. Just bust up him and his friends and get paid.
Raven, the target is on the move. Don't let him escape.
System engaged.
Alright, Flora, you have a good one. Thank you for dropping by.
I've got a raven on my tail. Help!
Oh. You know what, heck with you guys. I got a target to chase. Y'all ain't gonna be able to catch me anyway. Got him! He was just bait, huh? Okay.
It worked. They took the bait.
That last one was a decoy. The real target is up ahead.
Yeah, of course it was. Interesting that they just happen to have a perfect reproduction standing by of this top secret machine. Well, I guess it wasn't a top secret machine he took, it was just a random MT. But still very convenient. They just happen to have a duplicate on hand. In the same colors and everything. This was planned. Which, you know, I guess anybody who's putting a mole into somebody's organization would plan it reasonably.
Target escaped. Mission.
Leaving area.
What did you want me to do? I couldn't get a hold of him. Well, that's annoying. Because I couldn't get a lock on him for more than a second at a time, so we just threw away money on that mission. Great. Love that. Love that for me. Because I just did not have enough boost power to catch up and keep on him. Okay, we can't go to Sector 302. Kinda sus, but nothing to be done. Let's see, we got a mission from Kisaragi to destroy the bridge we protected earlier. A job from Mirage to protect the dam. The Kisaragi mission to stop the infiltrators is still there. We could try again to catch that escaping MT. Which I think if I use my movement a little more carefully, I could probably catch him. Okay. That is a 12,000 payout, though. I feel like the 20,000 for safeguarding the water supply might be a better winner. We just have to destroy a canister somewhere in the dam. Let's give that a go.
Barrel Dam has been seized. The perpetrators insist that we comply with their demand to reduce our weapons production output if we want them to relinquish control. In an attempt to force our hand, they're threatening to release a canister of deadly poison into the water supply.
So this is probably gonna be a timed mission, huh?
The forces holding the dam are composed of helicopters and small MTs. Neither pose a threat in limited numbers, but there are enough of each to be cause for concern. They've executed the plan quite cleverly, but there is no way we can meet their demand. This is where you come in. While we play for time, you must enter the dam and disable the canister before our deception is revealed. Do not fail us, Raven.
Won't the deception be revealed the second I make contact with the enemy?
Footholds are limited. Maneuver carefully.
System engaged.
Just juggling messages. Bear with me. Let's see. How do I actually get in here? Because I want to say this is another one of the missions that I kept falling off the map on, because I would jump down trying to find where I need to go, and I fell in the river. Because I think we need to get inside the dam somewhere for this mission. For these guys, I probably can just deal with them with missiles. I don't need to burn machine gun rounds on them. There we go, that's the end of him. We are getting dinged up by their missiles a bit, though. Which will prove to be an inconvenience. Must you? I'm trying to find the way into where you're hiding the canister, sir. Could you kindly not? I am attempting to thwart your plans. I would not brook any interference in me thwarting your plans. What is this thing? 'Cause it almost looks like a weapon or something. Oh, it is. Huh, there's just a part just hanging out here, huh? I never knew about that. I never knew you could pick those up. I remember looking at it before, and I just never happened to try using the interact button on it when I played this as a kid. Because, you know, dumb kid doesn't understand. Try picking up the weird thing, if you don't understand what it is. Oh, yeah, I think I do need to jump down and just not miss. Ooh, boy, this is gonna be fun. 'Cause it looks like the doors are down there. Well, this is gonna be dangerous and stupid, which is exactly why I am gonna do it. Made it. Ow. Well, it looks like I made the right choice, considering I'm detecting hostiles down here. Okay, I opened a gate. Good to know. We're getting chewed up trying to just make our way around in here, though. Oh, this seems needlessly dangerous. Had to feather the boost a bit or we weren't going to make that one. Ah, that's where the lasers are coming from. Mounted turrets. For some reason, I didn't spot those in the other room. There's a pipe. Hang on. This is gate 5, which is not yet open. That must be gate 6 up there, then. Oh. Eek. Okay. I really thought we weren't making that, and I got very concerned. This, I assume, will open gate 5. Yep. Okay, so now I need to make that same move in the other direction. And I assume gate 5 is where the container is. We almost died the camera fuckery there. Just bear in mind, when it locks onto things, sometimes it jerks the camera a bit. And let me tell you, sometimes that's a real problem. Look here, you little bastard. Oh, there's a 7th gate, though. This is a problem. Please tell me the switchboard is back here. Oh, we know where the target is now. It's behind that gate. Our scanners found it. Okay. I was making sure I wasn't supposed to go up instead of down. So it looks like I might still have been right that... Oh, nope, there's the target. Oh, God. We might die at this rate, though. I ain't careful.
The canister is secure. I'll notify Barrage.
Got it. Whew, that was almost a disaster. Yep. I had a feeling that my payout on that was going to get chopped to pieces. Because we had a rough go of it getting anywhere in there. I had to be so careful not to fall off or anything. There's also the reality in which I buy multiple weapons and start using them interchangeably, rather than having one dedicated weapon that I always use. Because, you know, that would be the smart thing to do, wouldn't it? Crazy concept, I know, doing the smart thing and having multiple weapons instead of just buying one catch-all. Because, like, in a place like that, the shotgun would have actually been good. I'm gonna buy this so I can figure out how those work. Because I think I always disregarded using the inside parts and such when I played this when I was younger, because I didn't understand them. But having an extra weapon will probably be a game changer for us in certain ways. That said, it is very hot in here and all that, so I'm gonna step away for a quick minute, both to cool off and to get another drink. So I will be back in just a moment, and I will give you guys an ad while I walk away. So bear with me just a moment. Okay, drink acquired, and slight cool-off achieved. Though it is 80 degrees in the room, so I should probably turn the fan back on. It's probably why my brain was starting to fall apart a little bit there, too, because I noticed I was kind of going into slug mode, just like, no. Let's try Fixer again. I know we don't have a new actual weapon, but we might be able to take him. I don't think this is going to end well, but I'm inclined to try. Oh, okay, I literally just cycled to the bomb dispensers. Yeah, great range they've got there, game. Great range. These are very much a close combat weapon. Or an air combat weapon to a degree, because, you know, you're meant to drop them on your enemies. Yeah, we're just taking heat damage upon heat damage here. Ow, 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 ow. I guess that's his whole strategy, is overheat his opponent so that they can't move well. And just play keep away while they burn. So the play against him might be buying a better missile launcher, so I could stay at range against him or something. Because he can't overheat me at this range. We are currently kind of losing that fight, though, as well. Oh, he decided he wanted to change the fight to suit himself again. Which is what he needs to do to win. But it's gonna be close. Nope, I'm getting stuck again. Ah! One more bullet and we would have won that. Our radiator still just isn't up to snuff for the kind of heat he's putting on us. But we can win that. I just need to start by playing that better. Yeah, one critical fumble there just threw that whole fight out the window. As soon as I couldn't turn to get that last shot on him, it was over. Because he has way too much control in this fight, comparatively. And he, of course, has a good, like, near 2k health advantage on us. Just look at how fast we lose health when we overheat. That's why we're losing this, is because he destroys our health without even having to hit us as soon as he puts that heat in on us. But the problem is, affording a good enough radiator to beat that is gonna take a long goddamn time, and at the rate we're making money. Yeah, we're losing that engagement. But the thing is, I get stun locked the second I'm in his range, because once you hit a certain heat, as we mentioned before, you just shut down entirely. This went so much worse. Yeah, I think I am gonna have to forego trying to fight him right now. I just can't deal with that heat damage he's doing. Which, you know, it's a bit of a cheap shot to just lock your opponent by cooking them, but that's exactly how that character's designed to be. Ugh. Problem is, we don't exactly have great mission options right now, either. And buying those bombs, I think, was a mistake. Because I was misled by the fact that they're listed as having 750 range. Turns out, what they mean is it has 750 vertical range. I could sell them back for basically the price I paid for them, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of those. That was an error. Which, you know, without testing it, you don't know. That does mean that a different interior weapon might be valid. Just not that one. We're so close to getting different kind of weapon. What other inside options were there? Contact mines, adhesive mines. These rockets might be good. And of course the missile decoys might not be bad either. The other option is I just yet further increase our radiator. I did not realize we could actually reach the next radiator up right now. I don't think it'll keep up with the amount of heat he's putting out still, though. I think we might be better off saving up for this one. Which is going to be a lot of saving up. Or try this one with the great forced cooling so that whenever he does overheat us, we just kick it right off. And that wouldn't take as long to save up for. Because the thing is, I'm not 100% sure where the actual issue lies. Like, clearly it's the fact that he's overheating us at all. But I don't know if pushing the overheat off faster will be better or if preventing it in the first place is the way to go on that. I should take a look to see if we can get a better booster to make that other mission more viable, though. The answer is sort of, but not really. Because this would be a good one to have, because it doesn't drain in too crazy fast, and it's a powerful booster. But unfortunately, out of our price range. So we'll just have to make do with what we've got and hope that I can catch that guy this time. Because we were close last time. But I don't like the idea of blowing up that bridge for Kisaragi, nor do I like the idea of helping them destroy infiltrators either. Because Kisaragi's really being made out to be a problem.
Raven, the target
And I don't feel like helping a problem today.
Don't let him escape.
Ordinarily, I'm all for the troublemaking crew, but something about their behavior just doesn't sit with me.
I've got a Raven on my tail. Help!
There we go. We know that that was a swindle this time.
They took the bait.
That last one was a decoy. The real target is up ahead.
Who are you? There he is, right around the corner. Nice of them to wait for me. Now they're taking off. Okay, I think by triggering it earlier on, we have more time to catch up. Got him! That's all I needed, was to just drive a little smarter. Okay. And we didn't spend that much ammo, nor did we take that much damage, so this should be a nice, meaty payout. Because I knew this wasn't a hard job, I just screwed up catching him the first time. Yeah, there we go, an actual 10k payout for a change. Okay, so that helps immensely, actually, toward affording things. So we could get the upgraded rifle. It's gonna shoot slower. I don't actually see a rate of fire stat anywhere on here. I just realized that. None of these have an active rate of fire listing that I can tell. It's got an ammo heat, which might relate to it. And well, I guess maybe the reload time? Because to the best of my knowledge, your weapons don't reload in this game. When they're out, they're out. So I remember that being a problem. Yeah, see, these have a reload time of 3. So I think that's what is meant to be rate of fire. But it's like it's describing it as the bullets being fed into the weapon rather than them being magazine replaced. Could also try an energy weapon, because the ammo heat on that is very low. So I forget whether firing these weapons raises our own heat as well or not. We also still never replaced our core, which that's also a whole thing, is these have their own independent cooling stats as well. But we can't afford any of these. I feel like you do unlock more parts as you go, but I might be remembering wrong. Hmm. 1020 damage on that rocket launcher. Whereas the back part we're working with right now does 780. For how much harder it's gonna be to aim a oh right, we picked up this free rocket launcher, so never mind, the debate is gone. Taking that, because that's also stronger than the one we were about to buy. This means we don't have to wait for lock-ons. And I can now sell this and get a pile. Did we have 2 of these? Because I sold it, our money went up, but we still have it. Okay. I guess we had 2 of them somehow. Because we now have 90,000, so, good! Good! And shell 491, defense energy 428, cooling 356. Without buying it, I have no means of comparing. Okay, the defense on that is definitely lower. And we're already getting killed, so I can't afford to weaken our defense further than that at the moment. Because we do get armor points in addition to the defense shell. I might be best served just keeping the one I've got at the moment, though. Maybe try switching which head I'm using. His heads are a lot more affordable at the moment. And some of these do come with inbuilt radar. So I then don't need to use a shoulder piece for the radar. course, you know, I could just have this thing. Maximum radar. No, I kind of like this one. I think we'll buy that. Because, like, I like it both aesthetically and it's better than ours. It's a bit heavy, though. But it's got more defense, it's got significantly more armor points, it's less energy drain, and it's got a detailed comm and radar provided. So that should mean I no longer need our shoulder-mounted radar. Which I could then sell for a decent bit, but I'm going to try just dismounting it. Because I want to make sure that I do actually, in fact, have the same radar with the head-mounted radar. I don't remember, and I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. That just seems sensible, you know? But if we do have that slot open, I can then mount a second back-mounted weapon without any loss. As it stands, we're just a little lighter on our feet for the moment, which is not a bad thing either. Looks like destroying Nair Bridge is my only option. Guess we're destroying a bridge, then.
The target of this operation is Nair Bridge. Mirage's rapid completion of the project earned it the gratitude of local residents. We want the bridge destroyed in such a way that Mirage is blamed and their reputation ruined. Set the demolition charges at the specified locations. Be quick about it, as we want people to suspect negligence on Mirage's part, not an act of sabotage.
Makes sense.
Also, if civilian casualties can be incorporated into the plan, so much the better. We'll pay extra for destroying the monorails that traverse the bridge.
See, this is where it gets kind of sketchy, but at the same time, I'm kind of on board. Because they want me to cause as much trouble as possible, which, you know, I'm all for that, but we're also blowing up civilians, which is not ideal. You know, not super into the civilian casualty idea. Oh yeah, I think, yeah, we need to place the charges on these locations, right? Rockets are a little fiddly to aim. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how they expect me to hit these monorails enough to destroy them. I definitely shot that, but it doesn't seem like it really worked. So I'm just gonna focus on getting the job done. I really could have cleaned up on this a bit better by not firing a shot. now that I think about it. Because no combat was required by this mission. So, you know, these guys saw me come through here and plant these charges, so I feel like this is a problem for this job. Yeah, this was a waste of my time. I got paid 3,000 for the amount of ammo I spent, the damage I took running around. I do wonder how sizable a bonus it would have been if I was able to destroy any of those monorails. Yeah, they're... Oh, there we go. This is a Crest Destroy Intruders instead of a Kisaragi one. And they are offering a pretty penny for it. And I'm getting paid in advance! Look at that!
We need your help to carry out a classified mission in Sector 513. Many portions of this area were damaged in a series of earthquakes a few years back. It has been deserted since, and access is strictly prohibited, even now. However, someone seems to be ignoring this fact, as there are signs of activity everywhere. We don't know what might be going on, but whatever it is, it stops now. The intruders are in Sector 513 as we speak. Get over there as quickly as possible, and make sure none of them leave. You're being permitted access to the area for this mission only. Good luck.
So what you're saying is anything that moves in there must explode. Got it. I can do that. I'm good at making things go boom. Operation Code Traffic Vest, huh? Interesting.
Main system.
Well, I'm not inherently a Crest AC. I'm just here to help them because they're paying me right now. Let's not be attributing loyalties where a paycheck's involved.
I don't understand. The sector looks untouched.
Clearly, the party line about this place being destroyed is a lie. Shocking, really. By shocking, I mean not at all. This is the advantage for rockets, by the way, is you can aim them better than most other weapons, because you don't need to worry about a lock-on box or anything. You just need to line up the line for it. But sometimes they act a little weird, as you saw there.
AC crossback identified.
What are you doing here? I assume Crossback's not on my side. Why is he here? That is the question. Alright. Had enough of you, you little tank. I was using rockets with the intent of saving ammo, but at this rate, it ain't worth it. And honestly, betting, I just need to hop on over here. Uh-huh. Figured I was gonna have a fight on my hands when I got here. Remember, you wanted this. By showing up here, you chose this ass kicking you're gonna get. So, wow, he is ripping me a new one too. There goes, though. He definitely was well armed, I'll give him that. Took almost all my machine gun rounds, too, which is upsetting, because we got a lot of work left to do here. Or maybe not as much work as I thought, because there's only... yeah, those guys.
Objective achieved. But I wonder
It is a bit of a mystery, isn't it?
what's going on here.
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
Yep, we lost money on that mission. Because we took a lot of damage. I assume this is gonna be a, hey, don't question things. Uh-huh, sure, yes. Yes. Yep, it totally was closed due to an earthquake. Yes. Yes. You're right, Lane, but... Funny how they're also the same group behind the uprisings. Yeah, that makes sense. They're not in with the right crowd, so therefore they're a problem. Exactly what you're seeing. Uprisings, clashes of ideals, things like that. The usual. Yeah, I think that's like a story-required mission. Prevent capsule theft for 32,000. Or defend a personnel convoy for probably... I think this might be one of the ones that is dependent on how much you protect, / that's another based on how many you destroy. So let's see about this $32,000 payout, shall we?
One of our transport helicopters was seized, along with the cargo on board. Attempts were made to force it down, but we ended up having to shoot it out of the sky. Some of the helicopter's payload fell, undamaged, into the Avia Gulf. The recovery team sent to retrieve the capsules still hasn't located them. They did report sighting other units in the vicinity, though. These are most likely associates of the hijackers, trying to secure whatever they can. Please head to the Avia Gulf and keep the capsules from falling into the wrong hands.
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
Enemy units detected nearby.
Okay, so there's 2 capsules to keep an eye on.
Those capsules.
I assume I'm not meant to fall in the water or bad things happen to me. 'Cause I think only a hover unit can go on the water or safely.
Capsules.
Long they don't. I gotta keep a good eye on my radar. Yep, there it is.
The capsules.
Okay, I freed that capsule, but that's basically a lost cause at this point. Or maybe not. Oh shit. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. One missed button press and splash. That's why that mission's not great. I remember now. 'Cause I did that once upon a time, I think. And I think it might have ended the same way it just did, actually. Do I still have the starting rifle? Actually, now that I think about it. Sure do. I sell that. have ideas. So we need something with a bit more range. This job. We could actually buy a sniper rifle for this job, actually. And I do like sniper rifles, but that's going to run into the same ammo problem. But it would be a relatively safe way to guarantee we could get the job done. The other option is we get the top-end assault rifle with the range of 540. Which, admittedly, it is half the damage for twice the ammo. But it is also half the range. But this will be better in general purposes, so yeah. I think I will be getting a new rifle. Because this has a range of 300, this has a range of 540. I just gotta be careful not to burn all of the ammo it has, because it doesn't have a ton. But with the damage it does, it shouldn't need a ton. We have more missions available now, too. Attack Mirage forces. MT training exercise. Just have to survive a training exercise? Huh?
We'd like you to participate in a training exercise with our troops. Their MTs have been outfitted with new missile launchers that need to be tested in a live fire situation. You'll play the role of a target for their attacks. Avoid as many of the missile launchers as possible. A bonus is available depending upon your performance. Equip your AC however you feel appropriate, but under no circumstance are you to return fire. Destroying any of the MTs will reflect negatively on your income.
No, thank you. I don't feel like being paid to be a target, because you're not going to pay me for my repair bills, probably. So I'll probably end up spending more than I'm gaining on that. Let's go do the capsule job again, now that we have a longer range weapon. This should be fine. I just need to get up on that perch I was going to when I idioted off the cliff. So I will probably be wrapping up relatively early today because this heat is killing my energy.
Enemy units detected nearby. Don't let them near those capsules.
I think we can park here. Yeah, they're going to be able to grab it and move it up, which is going to be problematic.
They have one of the capsules.
Am I going to be able to reach them from here? Yes, I can. I just need to manually aim.
They have one of the capsules.
Fuck me. I don't know how many waves they send to try to grab these. Hopefully not too many. We do have a relatively limited quantity of ammunition, after all.
They have one of the capsules.
Got him. Okay.
They have one of the capsules.
It is so fiddly to aim at that range. Oh my god! I can't get that right height.
The enemy acquired a capsule. Mission failed.
Like, you saw me just constantly fiddling it back and forth. I could not get it to angle at that spot. It would just constantly fire above and below him. God. Just throwing money away trying to do this job. So I guess there's one of two problems here. Considering I can shoot past where my accuracy is. Oh, I've got a message from Union. They want us to help them. Now, I'm admittedly inclined to assist them. But what I was gonna say before that popped up and throw off my train of thought is there's a certain point in which my weapon outranges my lock-on. And I think that's our current problem. Is that our lock-on range isn't long enough. The thing is, we have no money at all right now. Like, we lost what little bit money we had to spare because of those failures. Which is, as you might imagine, very unfortunate. The only one I could think of out of these that might help, though, is enlarging the sight lock. And I don't even know if that's what I need. I don't know if that, like, makes it wider or if it makes the lock-on range go farther. Sensor, biosensor. Because I think these only are, like, actual radar. They don't have anything to do with my lock-on. I wonder if a missile intercept system would count favorably with that mission where we have to dodge missiles. Because if we just have a good enough missile interrupt system, could we just stop all the missiles from hitting us and have it just be free money? Yeah, this is what we need to improve for our lock range. Because we never upgraded our FCS. Yeah, that's the problem. Its sight range is only 338. If I sell that, I then have 10,000. I don't think that's going to be enough for anything, is it? I think the cheapest FCS is 12? No, the cheapest is 16. Which would be perfect for our rifle, though. I could try using the rifle against Fixer. But he's got like 9,000 health, and our rifle does 350 per shot. We could try getting rockets on him, but that's going to involve him standing still. Oh, that's a point. We did prove that we don't need the radar anymore. So what I can do is I can sell the radar and the FCS in order to be able to buy a better FCS. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. I can make that mission doable. Let's get a shorter range. It's like, that's got 550, that's 461. Like, this one, despite being cheaper, just seems better in every way. The only thing that's missing is 2 points of precision. Which I don't know how much that matters. Because it's a massive improvement in every other way. Actually, FCS might be a fire control system. That would make sense. I just realized what that acronym probably meant. Because I was turning that over in my head, trying to figure out what that meant. Fire control system would make sense. But now we should be able to lock onto anything at our weapon range. Which means we should be able to shoot them down anytime they try to grab the capsules. From the position I chose before. The fact that they give me a 51% success rate, I feel like should be insulting, but it's because of how easy it is to fall off of here, I think.
Don't let them near those capsules.
Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, because see, I can auto-target this guy now. Which allows me to destroy him at a better success rate at that distance. I do still need to lead my shots a little bit, but it helps me target him. And if we can just keep them from moving either capsule much, that will definitely be a lot easier. Just gotta be careful not to run out of ammo. This also helps me figure out what kind of range we were at with these to begin with. Because you'll notice they're not even targeting still, which means they're past 500.
They have one of the capsules.
Yeah, I figured it was this one on the move again. It's hard to get a good read on what's going on with the radar with planes spinning around me and the guys floating underneath me spinning as well. Ow. Because, you know, I'm trying to track the radar for a guy going for the capsules, but just not seeing them on the radar. Worth a damn. Oh, turns out they can break those. Well, that's an inconvenience. Oh, in some ways it's an inconvenience. In other ways, it's actually a benefit, because it puts me at a better shot angle on these guys. Please tell me I don't need to destroy everything. Well, there is an enemy percentage still, so... And they haven't spawned any more guys to try to grab the capsule, so I'm going to assume I need to destroy the planes as well. And, you know, the boat. Plane's all that's left. Get the sneaking suspicion this won't be worth the money we are going to be spending. The money we have spent already, in fact. Yeah, they've also spawned more guys. So that's upsetting. Uh-huh.
They have one of the capsules. They have one of the capsules.
Do they still have the other one? No, the other one is stationary.
They have one of the capsules.
They really want that one badly. Yikes. We're in trouble. I basically have to watch this one like a hawk. And if the other one triggers, I just need to whip around and deal with it. We are also dying because I can't move much here.
They have one of the capsules. They have one of the capsules.
Shit. Nope, he's out to sea. We're fucked. God damn!
The enemy acquired a capsule. Mission failed.
I might just need to buy a hover suit or something for this.
System switched to
Because
normal mode.
getting anything done here is a nightmare because of the constant fear of taking one step wrong and falling in the ocean. Because right now we're just losing money hand over fist. And I think we lost our shot at that mission anyway at this point. Yep. You only get so many tries. Defend Ruglin Laboratory against Mirage. Attack the Mirage forces for Kisaragi. And the training exercise. Guess we're gonna go defend a lab. Kind of surprised they're giving us another high-paying job,
Being overrun by Mirage forces. We need immediate assistance.
considering we botched the other one so badly.
Their attack seems to be focused on Lab Sector A. We've sent the bulk of our security force and a Raven to reinforce the area, but they're being overpowered. We need you to buy us time while key research materials are moved out of harm's way. The invaders needn't be destroyed, but you must keep them occupied.
Well, there's no state more occupied than being destroyed.
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
You're just in time, Raven. We need all the help we can get.
Oh, I see. Gotta wait for them to open up, and then I can hurt them. Come on. Open up. It's interesting, though. Coldheart's one of the ones we could have brought with us as a consort. It's always interesting to see the ones you could contract yourself actually showing up.
It's clear. Let's head in and give the other AC a hand.
assume there's an enemy AC in here if they're being pressured.
This is Night Flyer. I need backup.
No, backup has arrived.
Watch yourself. This is no ordinary AC.
The gates which are locked once the research materials are secure. Be patient.
Boy, get me out of here. He is kicking our ass. Well, that's gonna be an expensive repair bill.
You're clear. What was that AC doing there?
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
Oof. We did get a special bonus out of that, which covered the ammo expense and some of the repair. All in all, still one of our better payouts. Yeah, I think it was because we got him out alive. Suspicious. The controller is just claiming it was Mirage. Well, it's easy to assume that since it was being so readily pinned on Mirage, it's to continue the power struggle between the corporations so that the controller's actions aren't paid any attention. But I am definitely flagging, so I think we will call it a day there. I know it's early, even by my standards, at 3 hours, but it's just too fucking hot. I can't keep sitting here and cooking. And I didn't exactly have the greatest night, so those go together rather nicely to make this not exactly viable. I do have some decent raid opportunities here, so let me think about this a moment. The other side of the coin of raiding out is I would then have to stay near the machine longer. I'm gonna flip a coin. The coin will decide if I raid or not, because it is cooking in here, despite the central air, which tells me it's bad. Heads we raid, tails we don't. Okay, the coin says don't, and I'm inclined to agree. That is unfortunate, but it's how it goes sometimes. Either way, thank you all for taking the time to be here today. I will be back on Thursday. I have a couple ideas in mind for Thursday, but I don't think I'll reveal them yet. Mostly because I'm torn between two of them, and I might put up a poll, I might not. We'll see. Yeah, I don't really have anything to add for that. I still need to touch base with people about Friday and Saturday. Maybe I'll do more of this? I don't know. I don't know what I'll do for Saturday. I might do whatever I don't do Thursday, Saturday instead. But, either way, have a good one, everybody. It's too fucking hot out. Be sure to take care of yourselves. I will see you on Thursday. Or possibly again later when it gets cooler. I might do a secondary stream or something. Who knows? Have a good one. Bye.